And we're live. Happy Friday, everybody. It is August 22nd. Hope you're doing well. It's a Friday and a perfect day to celebrate. So we're going to get started here in just a moment. Just sit tight. Let us know where you're tuning in from as you jump on. See, we have some people joining. Welcome, welcome. Smash the like if you're excited. It is 8 out of 10 days for Tilray. We're going to get started here. See, we have a few dozen people already. Once again, happy Friday. We're going to get started here in about 30 seconds to a minute. All right, let's get things kicked off. I only have about 10 to 15 minutes, so I don't want to make this video too long, but I do want to come on and celebrate. It's a Friday. Today is the 8th day out of 10 that we have Tilray closing above $1, which we know we need 10 days in a row. Trading days, not just calendar days. So we're going to discuss all of that and more, but welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, everybody. It's Rod with Pow Group, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Before we get started, make sure to smash the like if you're excited, if you're a Tilray supporter, investor, believer, whatever you want to call it, and subscribe, take the bell, you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live, and you can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Just past 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, so very surreal feeling. Thank you so much. Love each and every one of you for your support, and well over 1,000 followers now on X. Really do appreciate it, and we've had a ton of new Pow Group private community members join as well. So I just want to express my gratitude and extend a warm welcome to everybody who's joined. We're growing very, very fast and had tons of new members join the Pow Group private community. And thanks to all of our YouTube members as well. I want to remind everybody that I'll be interviewing Benjamin Z, CEO of Decibel. This will be for the second time next week. So if anybody has any questions, please let me know. And I also interviewed Hugo Alves. That interview should be live at some point in the next few days, so I'll keep everybody posted on that. But we'll take a look at the chart here, and we actually have a bullish pattern that's forming on the 2 hour. So if we just reset this chart, we have an inverse head and shoulders, very close to confirming here on the 2 hour target. On the 2 hour time frame, and the target would be $1.37. And then we also have that previous high there at 137. So it's looking very much like that could be the case. And I mentioned on a few other videos, and I'll just zoom out here, that we had a daily bull flag. So if you look at the daily time frame and you go from that double bottom there to the high, you know that's the swing low to swing high because we didn't start daily consolidation. As soon as we started daily consolidation, that marks your top. So once we started daily consolidation, you looked at this previous candle, that was your top. Anything over 96 cents is a potential daily bull flag. And if we take our measured move, and it's not just Tilray, right? If you're only invested in Tilray, okay, great. I don't recommend that, but okay, it's my number one holding for a reason. And I'm very bullish on it as well. I put my money where my mouth is, but I'm diversified. I own about a little over a dozen MJ stocks, mix of producers in the Canada, US. Very bullish on Cureleaf. That's my second biggest holding, and would love nothing more than a Tilray Cureleaf merger, you know, sometime in the blue chip phase, whenever that is. Probably going to be after the US legalizes, though, whenever that is. But probably going to be in the next few years. But if we take a look here, more than likely going to coincide with the rescheduling decision, right? The determination that they're probably going to come back and say that they're moving ahead with it. I can't imagine anything else, you know, kind of coming. Why would they just dangle that and say, no, we're not going to do it? And like, the writing's on the wall, folks. We already had 2 presidential tickets, one saying they wanted to legalize it at the recreational level, the other one say they support rescheduling, banking, Florida legalization, medical's been amazing, doctors, nothing, you know. We have all wants to get banking done before the midterm, so we have all of the signs. And if we get rescheduling, that's going to pave the way. Well, obviously 280E going away is going to be huge. Cureleaf said if it wasn't for that, they'd already be paying a dividend. It's going to be good for LPs though, because it's going to remove the stigma. You're going to see safer banking. You're going to see reform in the US, and all of that happening and uplisting to the US major exchange for these US names. All of that happening is going to show us confidence, and the stigma is being removed, and we're moving towards full descheduling, which in my opinion is the only solution, and to treat it like alcohol. It's kind of insane that the US has taken this long. But this daily bull flag, like I said, it's not just on Tilray, it's on SNDL, it's on a few other names as well. And this would take us to about 238 here on that daily bull flag, around 240. So looking good. And we'll see. We're more than likely going to get a decision over the next couple of weeks, so the next week or two. And like I said, Tuesday could be the day. Today was the 8th day in a row above $1. So on Monday, Monday's not a holiday or anything, is it? No, it's the following one. But that's Labor Day. Yeah, so that's irrelevant. So next week it'll be Tuesday that we can potentially regain NASDAQ compliance. So they might not even need the extension. Just brace yourself, right? It could, we're not that far ahead of $1, so it could potentially close below $1. If it does, not the end of the world. You know, it wouldn't be unlike a market maker to completely mess with retail that way. So just understand, if it does go below $1 and closes below $1 on Monday, if it goes below $1, as long as we hold 96 cents, we're just fine. But if it does go below $1 on Monday or Tuesday and closes below it, it's not the end of the world. They have till September 21st. They're probably going to get an extension, 6 months. That brings us to March 20th. And with rescheduling and then more than likely banking going to happen around then as well, potential for uplisting to the NYSE and the NASDAQ. And just from a sheer rotational play out of big tech and crypto, I think, you know, we're reaching a long-term top there, and I think MJ will benefit greatly. Also like psychedelics and just biotech in general. So it's looking good on the weekly time frame. We're still very bullish. We just had we had a bear cross with the stochastic, but it's back flip bullish now as well. So really, all systems go. And if we can get a weekly candle close over that 100 weekly there, that would be the first time since we came off the highs at, would have been, well, that, yeah, it would have been close to 2021. So it's looking good, looking real good. It was back in 2021? Yeah, it was 2021. So that's the last time we closed over the 100 weekly moving average. If we do that, we're going to probably follow in the footsteps of VFF, and VFF actually got above its 200 weekly. So if Tilray were to do something similar, the whole sector moves together, not down to the day, the second, the minute, but zoom out when in doubt, zoom out. You look at the 3-month chart, look at the 6-month, look at the yearly, they all start to mimic each other, and you get leaders and laggards. But if Tilray were to do a VFF style move, that'd put us around $3 or north of that USD. And on the daily time frame, we could see a golden cross over the next couple weeks. We're getting pretty close. The 50's at 66 cents and the 200's at 83 cents. What are we expecting over the next couple of weeks? We're expecting a decision with regards to rescheduling. So again, if this was a death cross and the 50 was above the 200 and potentially set to cross, we might think that, oh, they might not move ahead with rescheduling, right? But since there's a golden cross forming, that tells us pretty much all that we need to know, in my opinion. But like I said, we're looking good. We have the 2-hour inverse head and shoulders, which should bring us up to around 137. And then if we break that, that confirms the daily bull flag, and you're looking at around just around 240. So it's looking really good here at the moment. And day to celebrate is Friday. But again, don't celebrate too much. We still got 2 days to go. And even if it did close below $1, it's not the end of the world. We'd have tons of time. And, you know, even let's just say hypothetically they did have to do a reverse split. Also not the end of the world. I just posted a video the other day on CGC saying they're looking to do their second reverse splits. They're going to be voting on it next month. They're seeking shareholder approval to do a second one. So they're following in the footsteps of Aurora. And yeah, I even posted a video yesterday saying, can it be growth? Could they exit Canada and sell their assets to potentially even Tilray? And I think there's a strong possibility that that could happen because, yeah, you don't see CGC anywhere anymore when you walk in the store. If you walk into a store and you don't see Tilray like every second product, I'd be surprised, right? Like it's Tilray, Tilray, Tilray. It's the Tilray show. And like I said, in the US, I truly believe it's the Cureleaf show. And I would want nothing more than a Tilray and Cureleaf merger eventually. Cureleaf's the biggest by revenue. And then they're the biggest footprint in the US. They're also a Canadian operator now. They bought Northern Green Canada, and they operate in international markets, a lot of the same markets that Tilray does. So I just think that that would be an epic merger if push comes to shove. And we get full-blown legalization, but it's more than likely not going to happen until then, until these companies start to really integrate some of their other acquisitions and then really start to see some meaningful cash flow and profitability. Tilray is king, absolutely. Not even a doubt in my mind. I am up to 85,000 and change shares today with an average cost of just over 60 cents. I will add 1K daily at least until Trump signs the order. That's awesome. Happy Friday, Rod says Strone. Tilray. Yeah, you bet. Thanks, Nick. We got PAL Group YouTube member Tony. Good afternoon, new member, and here from Boston. Welcome from Boston, and welcome. I'm actually in Edmonton, Alberta. So thank you very much for being a member as well. We also got Mr. Mankey, who's a PAL Group private community member and a YouTube member. Not sure if you're in the PAL Group private community or not, Tony. I don't believe so, but thank you for being a YouTube member, and same thing for you, Mr. Mankey. Yes, sir. Cheers and cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. I'm loving it, brother man. Hope the weekend is getting off to a good start. Absolutely. Thank you, BJ. Same to you. You got India in the house. Awesome. That's awesome, Parth. I've been there once, and it was going on 4 years now. It was pretty incredible. I definitely recommend everybody go at least once. I think that realistically, it's going to dump to 67 cents a day after our 10 out of 10 close over $1. Well, again, they'd have to be under a dollar again for 30 days, right, to get the warning again. So that would buy them at least a month. But no, I think it's pretty much over. Look at VFF, look at Curaleaf. Some of these names are up over 300% off their lows, and the volume is crazy. And yeah, we're going to see a rescheduling decision soon. You're going to have safer banking. You got the rest of the broader market expansion opening up, right? The IWM and the Russell small cap names really starting to pop off. And I think we just have everything that we need to be confident that we're going to see this time being different. Famous last words, but I do think that cautiously optimistic for sure. But either way, doesn't matter to me. I know Tillray is going to be here 5, 10, 20 years from now, and I know that my funds are safe, right? Like they're not going anywhere. Like I'm not, I don't have to worry about the company, going bankrupt or anything like that. Maybe they merge with another company, but there's no way in hell. I sleep very well at night holding Tilray, knowing that, I'm in good hands. I got all of my eggs in the Tilray basket because they are king. You're not the first person to say that, Nick. Actually, I think you're like the second or third person today just to say that. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot worse names you could pick. Let's say that. Why would you expect it to drop to low 60 cents when the rest of the stock's on the move up? Don't be sacred. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at, right? Looking at the rest of the market and sector, it's looking like we're going to get pretty frothy here. All in on Tilray, another one. If it drops that low, I'll be backing up the truck and loading up. Yeah, I would agree. Just stay above $1, Tilray. That's all that matters to me right now. Please, 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 please. Go Oilers, go. Absolutely. Hell yeah. Thanks for all the updates, brother. Your info and help will only make it soar. You haven't missed a chart yet. Thank you very much. Yeah, well, I mean, I've been wrong for sure, but I've been pretty accurate with MJ on the way down. So like one person said on social media, can't really expect much different than on the way up, right, as we did on the way down. We also have a YouTube member, Vasily. Hi, thank you very much for joining. Let's make history. You bet. Yeah, I'm very confident in Tilray. I think it's the Amazon of the MJ space. I think it's the cream of the crop, the one to own, the unicorn, right? And like I said, I think Curaleaf is right up there as well. And if there was two wishes, because if I had one wish, it'd be the U.S. legalized at the federal level recreationally and descheduled it. Second wish would be a Tilray and Curaleaf merger. But yes, thank you very much for the support, Nick, and everybody else as well. Nice, bought $1, 2027 calls when it was in the dirt. They have exploded since the big moves on Tilray. That's awesome. Congratulations, Chris. I think you're from California, right? Let's make history. Just want to read that again. I love that comment. I think it will be, I think it will, Mullen. I am holding the line with a nice size position and don't need the cash, so I won't sell. Yeah, it's all money. Any money that I put in, it's not money that I need. It's all money that I'm willing to lose, and I also don't need it, right? But yeah, I'm with you on that. Same, I'm got a sizable position and don't need the money soon either. Same everything A-okay. Rod, if it maintains $1 after Tuesday, wouldn't that be a catalyst or a small one? Wouldn't that be a catalyst or a small one for Tilray? Yeah, like if it gets over $1, that's going to create a lot more hype and momentum, right? Because everybody's going to be like, oh, like the reverse splits off. They still could do it as well, right? They have the approval, so just because they still could do it, but I don't think they would. From Cali, awesome. That's what I thought. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think they would. They said they're going to be looking for an extension, so I can't see them doing investors dirty like that. And their name isn't Canopy Growth, so and thank the heavens for that, because wow, man, what a dumpster fire over there, and it's just no end in sight. It's like they're sabotaging themselves and just like controlled demolition. It's pretty sad actually, and pretty difficult to watch. If you want to like hurt your eyeballs, just go over and look at Canopy Growth and everything what not to do. Everything that company has done. It's a great playbook for companies to look and say, okay, now if we just do everything the opposite, we'll just do like more than fine. We'll be awesome. We'll be the best company on the planet. We'll be planet's best MJ company. We're going to the top. Till we go to $10 and above when it gets rescheduled. Yeah, announced. Yeah, maybe. I think it could easily go to like 5 or 8. But once it gets rescheduled, I think it could go a lot higher than that for sure. And then ultimately work our way to full-blown descheduling. All right, I got to run. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining. Really appreciate all of your support. Much love. Happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend ahead. And we'll see what Monday and Tuesday brings. Tuesday could be the day. Obviously, I'll be covering it. So we'll see you on the next one. Take care.